Hello, Aquarians. This is Karen, the Forest Empress, and I am here with your May mid-month tarot card reading. I have pulled a cross spread for you, and then at the end we will pull a power animal oracle card to tie everything together. So what we have coming up for you in these last 2 weeks of May is the first card we have coming up is the past and the influence the past is having now in these last 2 weeks. You have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be feeling like holding back on something. You could have felt maybe stingy, or that you might have had to hold on to your resources. This is a reminder to fight to protect only that which serves your greatest and highest good. Sometimes in life we do need to, desperately hold on to things, but other times we kind of need to release them into the universe or let things pass as they are meant to pass in the right time. So don't try to hold on to things that have passed you by, or that have just kind of, had their chance and moved on. Don't try to hold on to those things. Especially like in love and money. And since this is a Pentacles, it probably has to do with resources of some kind. It could be in relation to your job. This seems kind of like a professional reading to me, because you have mostly Pentacles and Wands, and then you have one cup at the end. One cup card, I mean. There's lots of cups on it. But so it could be about love, but based on the cards here, I'm guessing it has to do with something in your professional life. So just, you don't have to be super generous with your money if that's not who you are, you don't want to be, or you're not in the position to do that. But, don't get to the point where you're hoarding. And this is the past, so you could have already moved past this energy, which, hopefully you did, since this card is in reverse. Now, the second card is obstacles in your path. We have the Knight of Wands. This could be someone you're coming across, possibly a fire sign or embodying fire type energy. And it's probably a younger person, since it's a knight. Doesn't have to be, because it's a general reading. This is time to move forward, and this could be an obstacle for you because you might not be ready to move forward in some aspect. But you need to come out of your shell. Based on your reading, it seems like you have so many ambitions and resources and abilities at your fingertips that if there is a situation where you need to come out and show that, don't be afraid to do so, because people could be looking to you for that type of energy, for whatever it is you have to offer. You could also be changing residence, but with this card, you could also be changing a job, or maybe you're changing your job position, or the tasks that you do, or you could be just in general, just filled with ambition for whatever this project is. Whatever you do, even if you are completely confident and the best at it, try not to boast. This card kind of advises against boasting. So try to stay humble if you can, and just don't waste time looking back, because this card is all about kind of moving forward. The Knights move forward very quickly. This could also be things moving quickly for a creative venture or something in your job. And it could be an obstacle because maybe you're not ready for it to be moving this quickly, but it's happening whether you like it or not. So the best thing to do is gather your resources and your talents and abilities, and just kind of be prepared as much as you can, because things might move a little faster than you're ready for because it's an obstacle. But it doesn't seem like much of an obstacle to me. It actually seems pretty good. Now, for your influences working in your favor, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You could be feeling anxious about whatever this is, and it would pop up in your influences sector, because maybe that anxiety is kind of helping you move forward in some way. We have anxiety for a reason, and it kind of goes back to our days where we lived kind of more in nature with the animals. And if you didn't have that anxiety, you are more susceptible to predators, or you would not get that kind of feeling that something's wrong, that maybe you need to seek safety. So sometimes anxiety can help us, but in the world we live in now, it can kind of be more burdensome because we don't have to worry about so many dangers and things like that. But intuition is so important. If you can utilize that in whatever this project is or endeavor, I think it'll really help you. Find stability and comfort wherever you can. If it's in people, if you need to be a support system for someone else. But this also could be saying that you could be a stabilizing force or a support system for someone else. So if someone is seeking you out for that, maybe they want some advice, because you're succeeding in your business field. They want to kind of get your pick your brain about that, you might be asked to do that. And that could work in your favor because you could be making a strong business connection, or you could learn something new about your business or about yourself. And if you do find yourself worrying excessively, the best advice I have to kind of get rid of those thoughts that can manifest things that you don't necessarily want them to manifest, because worrying too much can do that. It'll actually create those worries in reality. Make sure that you have some kind of creative outlet, because, or like if you are worrying in your head, think about solutions to those worries, or think about, if you maybe can't come up with a solution, then think of positive aspects in regard to that worry, or just find that creative outlet. Aquarians are very creative, and so I would use whatever resources you have to calm your mind as much as you can, because you don't want to manifest things that you don't want to manifest. Now, for the near future, we have the Ace of Wands. This is a great card of new beginnings. It could be the start of a new business, the start of a creative venture. Again, maybe you're changing jobs or getting new tasks at your job, or maybe your job position has changed in some way, but it is better. So in some way, you're moving on up. This is a new beginning, and it's looking really good for creativity. Don't second guess yourself, because you are here for a reason, and it is because you are fully qualified to be in the position that you're in. So make sure that you have the confidence with that without boasting, as we talked about earlier. You might need to take the initiative on something, and if you see that coming, then I would say do it. This is a good sign that, probably in this third week of May, take the initiative if you can. You are in a position of strength, and you are in a position to grow. So it looks really good for the beginning of May. And for the long-term future, towards the end of May, towards the, I guess, maybe fourth week in May, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is a reminder that life carries no guarantees. It is our free will that makes our lives. So whatever is being thrown at you, or whatever you kind of find yourself entangled in, make sure that you are thinking it through, and that it's your choices that are going to shape the eventual outcome. And those choices have to do with how you act outwardly, as well as how you handle it within yourself. Keep your promises to people. If you make a promise, keep it, especially if it's someone, like I said, someone might be seeking you for support. If you promise to meet them somewhere, do it, because they really need you, and you don't want to burn those bridges, especially since I think this has to do with some kind of creative venture or work, because we have so many Wands and Pentacles. Don't be afraid of failure, because having that fear is only going to inhibit your future success. And looks like, as we get into your next card, whatever you're doing is going to be extremely successful for you. You just need to make sure that you get rid of those nagging thoughts, because that kind of keeps coming up as well. You might be feeling frustrated, or that you feel like maybe you don't have enough resources. Stop doubting yourself, because you do. Everything here is saying that you do. And I'm like getting chills as I say that, because it's true. So just don't doubt yourself. Keep your promises. Make sure that you are being realistic with yourself. If there's something that you need to admit to yourself, do it, because it's just going to kind of clear out that cloud that you might be holding within you. And we want that cloud gone so we can move on into more creative ventures. The eventual outcome is the Nine of Cups upright. This is an excellent card. This is a wish granted card. So whatever you are doing, it is going to be very fruitful. Look at how many cups he has. He is very excited about all these full cups that he has sitting in front of them. This is good health. This is prosperity. This is good relationships. This is good luck. Be aware of your own good luck and use it to your advantage during this time. Show gratitude for all the wonderful things that are coming into your life. That is so important, that when all these great things start happening, your wish starts becoming fulfilled. Make sure that you're showing gratitude for it. Take some time to quiet your mind and thank your spirit guides, thank the universe, and just be so grateful for what you have, because it's just going to bring even more. These cups are going to runneth over if you do that. Now, when you're making wishes towards, since you're probably watching this earlier in the month, if you're making this eventual wish that is going to come true, make sure you're specific in what you're wishing for. Don't say, I just want money, because you're going to go outside and find $1 on the ground or something like that. You need to be very specific about what you want and make sure you are picturing it and just visualizing it as articulately as you can and in as most detailed and specific as you can. And just be open to this wish being granted in a way that you might not have expected. So when you're making this wish, you're like, it might happen this way, this way, this way. It could not happen that way. What you want could happen as long as you're specific, but the methods to get there could be in a way that you are not anticipating. So just be open to things, just be open to coming to that eventual outcome in a way that maybe you didn't anticipate. Let's pull a Power Animal Oracle card to tie our whole reading together. Let's see what animal wants to come up for Aquarians. We have the buffalo. This is great. Abundance. You are provided for in all ways. So whatever you are manifesting is really wanting to come through. So you need to make sure that your thought processes are in the right place to allow it to come through. Don't create those blockages for yourself, because the buffalo is a very powerful spiritual animal, and it's just incredible that this comes up, because it totally goes along. Abundance is coming your way, so be ready for it and be open to how it wants to come your way. But this is great because I feel like last 2 weeks Aquarius reading was a little rougher, and it looks like things are really, really turning around. And as we go into June, it looks like things are just going to be excellent for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful last 2 weeks of May, and I will see you in June. Thanks. Bye.